If you're an adrenaline junkie, always looking for the next great amusement park ride, well, look no further.
That's because Peter Greenberg, CBS News travel editor, is here with his picks for some of the best roller coasters around. He looked at construction, speed, lift, and of course the drops.
Yes, sir.
Peter, good morning.
Good morning.
So you've categorized this for us, and the first one is best incline and descent, which I guess means hills.
Yeah, this is the Millennium Force in Sandusky in Ohio. It's what's amazing about this. It goes up to 310 feet, but here's the crazy part. It's a 45-degree incline, and then when you drop, you're dropping at speeds of 93 miles an hour, and there you go.
There's the hill.
Watch out.
It's hard to imagine that is not the scariest roller coaster.
No, it's not, because it's sustained speed. It's when you have the twists and the turns.
So there is one on your list that is the scariest.
It is the scariest, and that's the Leviathan. That's up in Ontario in Canada. This is a steel, they call it, don't ask me how to explain this, a giga coaster. Look at this thing. This is an 80-degree drop.
Whoa.
I mean,
would you go on that?
I'm looking for the safest roller coaster, but that's actually a different segment.
Yeah, that's an 80-degree drop, 306 feet. And try not to have any meals before this, please, because I don't want to be sitting behind you.
That looks fun.
Yeah.
You've also talked about best structure. What does that actually mean?
Yeah, this is called the Bizarro. It's in New England. And what's interesting about this ride, it doesn't win awards for height or speed or length. It's the twists, the turns, the fog, the lights, the noise, the changing colors. It's sort of a different kind of an emotional experience.
I wonder what kinds of emotional experiences.
Of course.
Some gimmicks in there.
When you think about the emotional experiences different people go through on roller coasters, I'm not going to get into mine, but you have been on most of these.
I have.
And there is a best ride in the bunch.
And that's not far from here. It's actually El Toro in New Jersey. And what's interesting about this, it's a wooden roller coaster. It meets steel technology. And what that means is you're doing a 76-degree drop. It's like riding a bucking bull. And my advice is, and take it for what it's worth, sit in the last seat in the last car if you really want the experience.
Are you a wood or steel guy when it comes to coasters?
I'm a total wood guy, you know, because I want to hear the clackety clackety clack. Because there's when you're on a wooden roller coaster, what is the one feeling you think? This is the one that's going to go off the rail.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what you feel.
And that's a great thing, Peter.
I know. Well, it is. And look, there's another one that I like. It's called the Voyage, and that's in Indiana. And what's interesting about this is they call it airtime. What's airtime? You get up to 24 seconds of weightlessness on this.
Nice.
Yeah, that's otherwise known as 0 Gs or less. And another one, no heavy meals beforehand, no matter where you're sitting. There you go.
I think as a general rule of thumb, you don't want to eat a heavy meal before you get on a roller coaster.
No, you don't.
That looks amazing. So these are all relatively new coasters, but a lot of people like the old ones. I've been down to Coney Island where you can ride the Cyclone. Do you have a favorite kind of old
I do.
School coaster?
It's the oldest continuing operated roller coaster in America. It's called the Jackrabbit. It's at Seabreeze Amusement Park in Rochester, New York. Since 1920, it's taken more than 25 million riders. And what's cool about this is it's sort of a rite of passage for all these families in central New York, because when you're a kid, when you get to 48 inches in height, that's when you know you can take the Jackrabbit. And everybody sort of like measures their coming of age by when they got a chance to take
Space Mountain was that for me when I was a little kid, going to Disney World, being tall enough to ride Space Mountain.
Yeah. So when in doubt, old wooden roller coaster. And if you're totally nuts, then all the other ones I mentioned.
You've made me want to travel to some of these coasters, even if I need a chiropractor after it.
You got it.
Thanks, Peter.
You got it.